Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to Teacher World 2019. Thanks so much for joining me. We are mere hours away from the Oceania International Championship. If you're watching us on YouTube, then that means the tournament has already started and is likely happening right now whilst you are watching this, so don't stop watching, but when you're done, go check out the stream. And so Blacephalon definitely, I think, still a contender for Oceania. It struggles against Zapdos decks, but I think it has a pretty okay Zoroark matchup, Malamar matchup, perhaps. The Dawnwings has been being dropped from a few lists, which makes this good for Blacephalon, and I think it has a 50-50-ish Pikachu Zekrom matchup. The whole format really depends on who goes first. Like if you go first, you have too much of an advantage, I would say. But yeah, we're gonna try out the deck. We have the 4 Blacephalon GX with Bursting Burn. Potentially, well, not potentially, you get to burn and confuse the active Pokemon, so a little bit of damage and a 50-50 chance of not getting attacked next turn. 108 HP on an Ultra Beast, which means Beast Ring does work for it, and it's really good with it because we have the attack Mind Blown, which deals 50 damage, and then you may put any amount of fire energy attached to any of your Pokemon into a Lost Zone, and then you deal 50 damage for each card put in the Lost Zone this way. So potentially unlimited damage. We have 15 basic fire energy and 1 beast energy, so we can deal a lot of damage, and that's how we're going to take some very easy knockout against other GXs. Finally, Burst GX, we discard a prize, so it's essentially we're taking a prize, and if it is an energy, you get to attach it to one of your Pokemon as well. I had been toying with a 3-3 Naganadel line with 1 Ditto and 1 Mach, but I honestly found that just having 4-4 Naganadel solidified your Lost March matchup and just made it overall easier to get the Naganadels going. The Mach was there mostly for the Gramble matchup, which seems to have declined in popularity, though I guess we'll see from the Oceania International. But if a lone Mach is not as necessary for that, then I think you're fine, and perhaps you do need a lone Mach to combat Jirachi's Zapdos decks, but we don't know how popular they will be either. And so we have 2 Marshadow with Let Loose and 1 Tablele for support. And then supporters wise is where mostly things change. We have 4 Lily, 3 Guzma, double Cynthia, and then double Erika's Hospitality. Probably my favorite card from the set. I am including at least 1, probably 2 in each and every deck that I've built so far, so I'm really liking the card. And then we have maximum consistency with 4 Acrobatic, 4 Ultra Ult, 4 Mysterious Treasure, and 4 Beast Ring. The one-off energy switch is there for weird situations. It could also be a choice band. I have been liking both. I don't think I can fit both. And then we have the single hit factory, and as I mentioned, the 1 beast energy and 15 basic fire. And so we are going to be trying out the deck in the ladder. I was laddering earlier with Jirachi Zapdos in the morning just for fun, and I lost the last match because I whiffed an energy in the non-GX prize straight up against the Malamar deck. And Rhea, thank you so much. 14 months. Happy anniversary on Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, Rhea. How are you doing? Thank you so much. And Raymond Perez, thank you so much for your support on Patreon. Thank you so much. As you know, you signed up today, so the first charge of Patreon will happen on the 1st of March. And when that charge does go through, I will be able to confirm that, and I will then go ahead and send you your Tablemon GX card. I am doing great, Rhea, thank you. A bit sad that I'm not at Oceania right now, that I'm not in Melbourne, especially because that's, like, Melbourne is kind of where the city where Tablemon full-time really started. After I did well there, I started doing it full-time, and then everything has been wonderful since then. But we'll see. We'll see what happens at the tournament, and I hope it's the only international I miss in the foreseeable future. Is Valentine's Day big in Mexico? Yeah, it is very big. It's basically the same as the United States. It's a really big deal. All the restaurants everywhere, it's gonna be packed today. Me and my girlfriend have plans to go to the movies to watch the Lego Movie 2 later today, so it's gonna be pretty fun. And then Lily for 3 or Cynthia for a brand 6. I'm feeling like the Cynthia is a bit better. I don't really need like a bunch of point ball setup on turn 1 immediately with this deck, but it's also not terrible to have that. Now my follow-up hand, not the best, but at least I am guaranteed to take the first prize card and save my GX, which can be important. And Joe Bro, thank you so much, 15 months as well. Thank you so much for resubscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And it's okay, Ria, it's my own fault that I'm not in Melbourne, so live and learn, right? Is OIC being streamed? Yes, JGB, it will be streamed. The stream is starting in 2 hours, around 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. Okay, so my opponent immediately benches the Dawnwings Necrozma, right? Immediately benches the Dawnwings Necrozma, which now potentially discourages me from... It kind of discourages me from taking a prize card here. Now, it's not terrible if I get a prize card by KOing the Inkay, because then even though he has immunity, I will be able to burst GX, so I don't necessarily lose the turn, but he will turn the prize trade in his favor. Now, the Marshadow potentially helps in making him whiff the GX attack, because my opponent wasn't able to get any energy into a discard pile, right? Which is a good thing for us. He wasn't able to get any energy into a discard pile. And thank you so much for the follow, Goat Boy. And okay, so I'm really torn here. I feel like I should just risk the Mind Blown here. No reason not to. If I lose the Blacephalon, well, so be it. Right? And with just one Inkay, my opponent needs 2 Psychics, a Malamar, and a way to discard the energy. So... not sure on the odds. We don't even know. Okay, never mind. We don't even know which version of Necrozma my opponent is using. He could be playing Ultra version, which has been the more popular one. He could be playing the regular. So this probably signifies a Lily. Yep, Lily for 5. So he's looking into getting a Malamar, and then getting 1 Psychic would be enough so that he can Viridian Forest the energy away. Doesn't seem like he got the Psychic. He might have gotten it off of the Acrobike, but we might be in luck, and my opponent might have whiffed here. I think that's the case based on the fact that it's taking him a while to do the play. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, he chooses to Viridian Forest away a Guzma. So maybe that was a tough decision, and he might already have the Mysterious Treasure. Well, maybe he doesn't have the... yeah, actually, that's right. He doesn't have the other energy. And Peter Joltek, thank you so much for the 10 M&Ms. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Is this going to be a Marshadow? Yep. We're going to see a Let Loose, so Dawnwings will... like, he gets another chance at getting that Psychic energy that he needs, which is not awful. It has been a very costly turn though, losing a Malamar, 2 Guzmas, and a Switch already, but he does find the energy, so my opponent will be able to overturn this situation. Moragas, thank you so much for the follow as well. See an Acrobike, we are going to see the GX attack, to which we will respond with a Burst GX. Yeah, so I had the option to avoid this, which might have been correct. Might have been the right way to go about it. Honestly, not 100% sure. We definitely need to burst GX this turn though, at least. Otherwise, get a Guzma KO on something, but that is not looking very likely. And so I will go ahead and B-string first, because now, like, sure, my opponent got a knockout, but it should be quite difficult for him, especially having already lost 2 Guzmas. It should be very difficult for him to get another KO next turn. So even though he's ahead in 2 prizes, I will be able to make up the difference, and I will... ooh, where is that Guzma? Nah, I think I'm okay with the Burst GX and getting the other Blacephalon ready to respond. The Guzma would be nice to chase down this guy afterwards. And I think I'm gonna just Lily for 5. I don't need a lot of things here. and I can use the Viridian Forest. Discarding a fire for a fire is not bad at all. We have 3 energy in the discard pile, that's pretty nice. I will go ahead and Mysterious Treasure away the Ultra Ball for a Nagnadel. And hello MBB, hello Never Shades, thank you guys so much for being here. I will evolve, I will double recharge, and then I will burst GX. So this feels safe because my opponent needs either a Guzma or a switch. He needs he needs a very big combination of cards because he has 0 energy in the discard pile. Yeah, and that's what we're banking on, that my opponent will actually whiff an attack, or rather a KO this upcoming turn, and that will let me get ahead in the price count. Now, we do see on a skateboard immediately on the active, which is very ironic because my opponent wants energy in the discard pile and now he's gonna have even less. And Never Shades, how did I get this account with every card? Well, they used to give this sort of account to content creators. Yeah, so content creators used to be able to request one of these accounts, and they would grant it to you if you were like, because this is a marketing account, so I'm doing free marketing for the Pokemon trading card game. Yeah, but they stopped giving those accounts out. So it used to be that you needed to be a content creator, you needed to be able to like, you had an established community following, etc., and then they would give you one of these accounts. But I am pretty certain that they no longer give them away. Okay, so my opponent has managed to get 2 more Psychics in the discard pile and has managed to find a Necrozma here. So looks like my opponent will be able to get a knockout here, as long as he has a Psychic, right? A Psychic in his hand. My opponent will be able to take a knockout, then I will, or should be able to respond, but getting the last 2 prizes could be the difficult part. But no, it's actually not going to be Necrozma. It's going to be Giratina. But if you have the Psychic though, that makes no sense. Okay. Is Blacephalon your Valentine? No. My girlfriend is my Valentine. That was an odd decision. I already surprised my girlfriend with like a nice breakfast in the morning, and then in the afternoon we're gonna have a date night where we are going to, I think that was the worst possible decision for my opponent. Like, why would he bench the Giratina? He had no need to bench the Giratina. The damage counter is completely irrelevant. Unless he's playing both the Psychic and the Psychic Necrozma and Ultra Necrozma, which could be a thing, right? It honestly could be. So I have 1 fire in the discard. I'm gonna go ahead and discard this one and grab another fire. And then I will attach. I'm pretty sure I have to bench the Poibol and then Cynthia. I'm gonna go down to 2 prizes. His answer now becomes Giratina, which is fine. We are still in trouble. In an ideal world, we respond to the Necrozma that's coming up. Or maybe I just retreat, actually. Okay, I generally think I should retreat here. I definitely should retreat and take a KO with this Blacephalon to at least force my opponent to have like Guzma to KO this guy. Otherwise, he will have to end up benching the Necrozma GX, and that will allow me to just respond with this other Blacephalon. So I'm pretty sure that was the right way to go about this. Otherwise, I do need to find my Beast Energy in order to get a knockout with Nagnadel on the other thing. So I will Bursting Burn. I need to get rid of 4 energy, so 1 energy each left on every single Pokemon. That is enough, and we will win here. Pablo needs to put the answer to that on the stream. Lol. Yeah, it's between how did I get the demo account, and also like what does Tablemon stand for. Those are probably the 2 most asked questions of the stream, but it's fine. Like, I understand people are curious. Yeah, at one point I also didn't know how to get one. And Aspie, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Do you think Blacephalon is still viable in the new format? I do. I genuinely do. Okay, so my opponent did have the Guzma, surprisingly, but he threw away the Necrozma, which is also very surprising. He might already be holding the Marshadow. I definitely did not expect him to have the Guzma right there. And so the only way I get a knockout is with Blacephalon, right? At least based on this hand. Or I could Ultra Ball Lele and get a KO on a Malamar. I think that would win me the game, because I still have my Lele in the deck, right? So Ultra Ball into Lele into Guzma into a KO of a Malamar should be the game-winning play. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Lily and one Fire, and I will go Lele because he only has 2 Malamars set up. So this should be what grants me the win, I'm pretty sure. I will go Lele for Guzma. There's no 2 Prizer on the bench that I can take down to win the game. So I will take down a Malamar, that way he only has 1 Psychic Recharge. At most, that Giratina can take 1 prize card, right, which is great. That Giratina can only take 1 prize card, which is great because we're out of range. Unless he uses the other Giratina and has a 4th Guzma, then he could, well, he has the other Giratina. If he has a 4th Guzma in his hand, then he could Distortion Door, place a damage counter here, and then he also needs a Choice Band, and that would be enough to knock me out. But I'm hoping, especially the last Guzma, I'm hoping that it's going to be very unlikely. So yeah, I do think Blacephalon is still viable in the new format. I think it struggles against Zapdos decks. With a 4-4 Nakanadel line, I think the Lost March matchup is pretty fine, as long as you play it correctly. I think you have an okay Zoroark matchup, but yeah, you have a pretty bad Malamar matchup if they're using Dawnwings. Yeah, if they're not using Dawnwings, then you have a pretty good matchup. Okay, so we saw Cynthia, and now we see the Marshadow, so that should be game, right? That should be game. And yeah, as John says, like, any deck that can effectively hit over 250 is a great deck because of the tag teams, right? If Pikachu Zekrom ends up being very popular, and I guess we will find out if that's the case this weekend, if Pikachu and Zekrom ends up being very powerful and very popular this weekend, then that makes this deck an even better choice. Okay, so I'm missing an energy, which I know is in the deck, and I know I can just Viridian Forest for here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and Erika's. I did not get it, right? But there is the last energy left in my deck. And so I will be able to deal 1 million damage to the Giratina, and there is the win. So pretty nice. Pretty nice, solid win there against Malamar despite the Dawnwings. And now the key right there was the fact that my opponent wasn't able to 1-hit KO me with a GX attack and then 1-hit KO me again. Yeah, and the fact that I didn't go GX on turn 1, but rather I went first, so I was able to knock out the Inkay on turn 1. If I had gone second, I would definitely not have used my GX attack to get a prize card, because then that activates Dawnwings, and then I would have been very behind. Yeah, poor guy, his Viridian was his own downfall. It was, but I also still had an Acrobike, and I had a Marshadow, and I had a bunch of Ultra Balls and Mysterious Treasures to thin, so odds were very in my favor, right? The Viridian Forest guaranteed that I would never whiff, but I'm pretty sure odds were still highly in my favor that I would win. 1 million damage indeed, Rail. What do you think is the best Zoroark variant? Wow, what a hand. The best Zoroark variant is probably... Oh, we're up against Joltik. And Dark One, thank you so much for subscribing with your Twitch Prime. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Okay, we're up against Peter Joltik, actually, who presumably, like, he was just in the chat, so hopefully he doesn't have the stream open, but I did see that he posted a very interesting Pikachu and Zekrom list, and we just saw in the Mulligans that does have the custom catcher card. I think that is a pretty nice card. We haven't seen it being used a lot yet, which is very surprising. I'm not gonna lie, it's very surprising that we haven't seen decks with 4 custom catcher. We see the Ray, which gets another energy in play, which is pretty nice. And if Peter is able to find 2 energy switches or the Thunder Mountain, and thanks so much for the follow, guys. He's able to find 2 energy switches or a Thunder Mountain, he will be able to knock out my Poiball, which is very scary. Or now with that Aura. Patrick, thank you so much. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Thank you so much. This matchup is pretty interesting. This matchup is definitely pretty interesting. Did he get the Thunder Mountain? Or is he gonna try to get it? It seems like he's really digging hard to try and get the energy switch to get the turn 1 full blitz. So pretty scary. Yeah, pretty scary situation for us, but he ends up whiffing. So now the key aspect of this situation is that we have no... Well, we can actually attack with the energy switch. Okay, I'll grab the Lily. Okay, so our first turn was actually very underwhelming, right? I mean, I can't KO the Pikachu and Zekrom, right? That's a guarantee. I can't KO the Pikachu and Zekrom this turn. So do I energy switch now? Or do I save that for later? I feel like I should retreat and confuse the Pikachu and Zekrom, because if he goes ahead and attacks me... This is a tough one. I think I'm going to have to get rid of the 2 Lilies. It really sucks. But I have the Marshadow to keep digging. And I really wanted to bench that second Blacephalon. I need a Nagnadel here. And I don't get it. I mean, I can try to get it. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Really awkward hands for sure. I am able to get a Nagnadel off of this Ultra Volt, so... And the reason is having energy in play. Yeah, because you won't have B-String for more than 1 turn with this deck. Or against this deck, rather, so... And I really don't care about... I really don't care about losing this first guy, but if I can delay his full blitz by another turn, then that's going to be really great. Because now he needs to find another energy switch, or the Thunder Mountain, or the Coco Prism Star plus an energy. So there is a combination of cards in which he won't be able to pull it off, or he risks the flip, right? That's another option. He risks the flip. He immediately retreats though. And Never Shades, what do I think of Alolan Eggs? I think it's a pretty solid card. There's the energy switch. So he will be able to full blitz here. For a KO too. We have thinned the deck quite a bit, but now we only have Lily, right? Because we have used both Marshadows. So there's a KO. And as long as I don't bench a Lele, there's no way he can win the game next turn, right? There's no way he can immediately win the game next turn. What I do need is B-String, and probably a lot of them. Okay, so energy to the active seems good. I will go ahead and Lily. And I hit 1 B-String. Not the best, not the worst. 1 B-String, probably not going to be enough for me to pull this off. Because... yeah, there's a Lele. And sure, I get half my prices here, but there's no way Peter doesn't get a knockout next turn. That's the biggest deal. So now I'm going to need to find my one-off energy switch because I was only able to find one B-string. If I had found two of them, I think we would have been fine. Why did you acrobike before a B-string? That was a mistake. That was 100% a mistake. So I'm gonna go ahead and mind blown. And then there's no reason for me to leave an energy on the Blacephalon. There's absolutely no way. Well, is there? Is there a reason to leave an energy on the Blacephalon? I have two. Because he could Guzma. Nah, he's not gonna Guzma. Because he doesn't get two prizes if he Guzma. So there's no way he doesn't KO Blacephalon here. I need to find my energy switch. If I can find it, then maybe I have a chance because I have one energy in play plus the attachment plus two abilities. Yeah, there's no way. Actually, there is no way. And with the GX attack, he eliminates an Nagnadel, which means I am out of luck here. Wait, what? What? Oh, he is going to deactivate. Yeah. He's just gonna knock out both Nagnadels, which makes sense, right? Makes sense. Now my best and only chance is to confuse him and hopefully make him with an attack. The Guzma is in the discard pile. Yeah, he's going to KO both Nagnadels. So definitely in trouble. My other Poipole also went down. And there's the double B-string that I needed, but the previous turn. And even if I successfully bursting burn here, I need him to try to attack, and I need the burn to stick. The burn does stick, so now I have a chance thanks to the beast energy. Right? But yeah, there's the Guzma. There's the Guzma, so we're just gonna see an energy. And there's the Electro Power for the full blitz, and pretty nice, pretty nice. Definitely pretty nice. We needed a bunch of B-strings, right? If you find 2 or even 3 B-strings, then you probably have a solid chance to win this matchup. If you don't, then you are definitely in trouble. Peter was also very close to pulling off the turn 1 full blitz. If he had, then we would have been even more trouble. But I'm not gonna say it was close. He definitely dominated this game, but the matchup is definitely closer to the point where if I had found more than one B-string, it would not have been as bad. Yeah, it would not have been as bad. And yeah, Blacephalon still has the problems of not reliably being able to find the B-strings. Yeah, my first few turns were definitely underwhelming, in which I needed to bench the double Mars Shadows. The Lily only gave me 1, so I didn't get that explosive start that I usually need in order to really pop off once they B-string. Yeah. But anyways, guys, that will be all for Blacephalon. Now I'm going to be moving on to Zorg, Lycanroc, Weavile. So if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. Really helps out the channel. And if you are watching live with me on Twitch, thanks so much for hanging. Don't go anywhere. I will be right